This your boy Third Vertical Quest coming at you with another One Punch Man review. This will be review discussion 8. This was a pretty okay episode. I mean, the pacing once again was very fast, but let's get into the meat and bones of it. Yeah, deep inside. Episode starts off with a fodder sea folk invading. I believe that was City J. And we see Kaiman or Mumin Rider coming towards the sea folk that's invading the city, and Saitama beats him to the punch, and everyone's chattering like, "Oh, that's the guy that we've been hearing about, chattering about," and whatnot. That's the beginning of the episode. Episode further dives in with the typical beginnings of the episode, which starts at Saitama's apartment with Genos. Genos gets a call and whatnot, and on the TV, Saitama and Genos see that City J is getting invaded by sea folk. And when we arrive to City J, you see the sea folk invading the whole entire city, catastrophic, blowing up stuff, trying to terrorize the people. And we see the A-class hero himself, Stinger, come to the rescue. He's doing his little thing. He does what? Got about four of them and whatnot. And then after he does that, he thinks he won the victory or whatnot. He comes in later and gets bodied by the Sea Folk King. And once he gets bodied by the Sea Folk King, we see that we get introduced to another hero. I believe Lightning Max. And I believe that Lightning Max is, I don't know if I forgot whether he's B or A class. A B or A class hero, I forgot. But he's observing from the top of a building, and the Sea Folk King just comes up right up on him, and then just had him made like a noise like a girl out of a reaction. It was so reactionary of what he did, and his kick done little to actually no damage at all, to be honest. And he just gut checks him right into the other side of the street, into another building. And Lightning Max is like, "Oh man, what's going on?" Because he got gut checked. Man got gut checked so freaking hard. And then after that, we see him get blown out the building once again, and it was basically just two shots, and that was it. I mean, these heroes on this show and this series, I mean, they're terrible. But later on, you'll see. I won't spoil it, but you'll see some great heroes. And then later, oh man, we come up on this guy that's freed from prison, this fruity booty dude. I don't remember his name, and I really don't want to. I never did try to remember his name, but he goes in on the Sea Folk King, with half power, and we see Sonic also break out of prison behind that guy. But him and the Sea Folk King fight, half power. They're going at it. One punch to the jaw, another punch to the jaw. Big burly fag against, a big sea monster, humanoid sea monster. And then we see, your sweetness go into full power, and he starts to go in. He was going in on the Sea King. on the Sea Folk King. He was really going in on the man. And next thing you know, he's like, oh, I felt that a little. And the Sea Folk King, he starts to go in. He was just drilling them and drilling them and drilling them. And then he kicked them in the balls. And that was about it. And then we see the Sea Folk King versus Sonic. Sonic is actually he's a pretty strong dude. The only thing is, I mean, these characters are strong in the series. One Punch Man characters are strong. It's just that Saitama makes them look like fodder characters. Like, they're just characters that's just there to be, to fill in the gap of, or to progress Saitama's story, but that's not the case. But I mean, they're strong. Sonic and the Sea King go at it, and we see that, you know, Sonic on his typical, you know, flashiness and speed. You know, him and the Sea King going at it. Sea King can't catch him, and Sea King caught him by surprise because Sonic was saying, "Oh, there's no way I can be beat by you," and whatnot, and he got caught off guard, and he was moving around and whatnot, and then he, you know, the Sea King buffed up, you know, got stronger with it, and he attacked Sonic, and still couldn't catch him, but Sonic had retreated to go get his gear because he couldn't beat the Sea Folk King without his gear. So we see Sonic retreating. We see Genos, and Genos is scanning the area and whatnot, and then they switch back over to the Moomin Rider, Kaiman Rider. In the manga, they call him Kaiman Rider in the manga. Moomin Riders in the anime, but whatever. We switch over back to him, you know, because he met up with Saitama, and he was like, "Oh, you're that guy," and because he had looked up some information on Saitama to see who he was, and he had recognized him when he was in City J. And they start to ride towards the threat, and Sonic had flash past, and Saitama had seen that, and Saitama was just wondering who exactly that was, and he wanted to see for himself. So he got off Kaiman Rider, Moomin Rider's bike, and started to patrol who that is. And then we go back to the Sea Folk King, to the I believe that's some type of security dome for the civilians of the city to retreat to, and we see that he just busts through the dome, no problem at all, and there's a hero who decided to just give up. Just totally just give it up. No effort at all, just give it up. And as he gave up, there were other heroes that started to come about and say, "Hey, we're just gonna stand right here," and whatnot. And we see the guy. I mean, this guy is just so irrelevant through the series. He truly is. This guy is so irrelevant through the series. The guy with the suit that got bodied by Saitama when he tried to kick Saitama out of Hero Association at the beginning. We see him and a few other heroes, three others rather, and they start to go at the Sea Folk King. Next thing you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, they get bodied. Just that easy. And then the Sea Folk King was like, "Hey, I'm about to destroy everybody." And then Genos comes, and Genos is getting ready to put in work, but I won't spoil it. And just pretty much after that, we go back to Saitama, and the Hero Association had called Kaiman, Moomin Rider, whatever you want to call him, his phone, and they were telling him, don't go towards the enemy. There's S-class heroes that got beat. The big burly, sweet, sweet booty cheeks got beat. And A-class heroes got beat. So C-class hero doesn't stand a chance. And Saitama's just telling them, oh, whatever, this is Saitama and whatnot. And that was really the episode. After that, they do the little epic shot of Saitama looking towards the left, or I believe that was right on his side. The right, with the phone in his hand, with the rain pouring down that you've seen in the manga. But that ends the episode. And animation wise, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 for animation. Story, the progression, it is fast. The story progression for One Punch Man is becoming fast now. It really is. Because I didn't expect for this part, when they got to the Seafoam King, to be this fast. I didn't expect that. But the episode in totality, I'll give it a 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 stars. Just tell me what you think. Ace out.